Hi, my name is Noel Davis with Wormiculture, and today we are going to start a new project. Now, last time I posted a video, I had just taken all the worms and all the compost out of my coffee bin and found that there was actually quite a few worms in there. And I've done some separating, but not fully. I have some material left over. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start a new bin with some actual compost. So I'm going to show you here what I've got. And what I have here, I actually put my lid over it, is I have this something called Leaf 100% organic soil conditioner. And this is available in the mid-Atlantic states. This is from Maryland. And it's basically leaves that they've collected in the area, and they composted them in these huge vats. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to create a bin that's going to have this in it. So this is my empty bin. This is actually a pile that has been sorted, and there should be a lot of worms in here, and that's what I'm going to use to kind of inoculate the bin. I believe because this is sitting at a store so long, it's in a sealed bag. I bet all the material in here is microbially dead. There's no microbes left on here. So we're going to put that in the bin, and we're going to get these worms going on this material. So let me set this back down here. We're going to point this down, and the first thing we're going to do, because this bin has been sitting a while, so I'm going to add some cardboard to it and paper to the bottom. So, as you can tell, there's still leftover stuff. It's actually still a little bit moist in here even. So, first thing we're going to do here is I'm going to take this cardboard that I've got in here, I'm going to just add a layer to the bottom of this bin. And this is because there's going to be some moisture, and this is a mixture of cardboard and regular paper. So, we're just going to layer some down here, just to give it a little bit of breathing room. It can compress down, but this is all dry. So it's going to be a little bit dry in here to start, but you can always add water, but it's really hard to take water away in these bins. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this right here, and we're going to add this to the bin in the bottom, and then we're going to put the compost on top. So just so you can see how many worms are in here, there's a lot. See? There's a lot of worms in here. So we're going to put that on top of here. Let's not drop one off the side here. We're just going to spread this around. It's a little bit thick, but that's okay. So as you can see, I'm putting in a lot of worms here. I don't know how many worms are in this, but probably well over a pound. But this will also add some of those microbes that the worms are going to need to get the bin moving. So we're just going to add these in here, kind of spread them around a little bit. And then after this, we're going to put the leaf grow stuff on top. Not real thick, but enough to make it so there's probably a good couple inches on top. And this should be something that the worms can eat directly. I mean, it should be broken down. The microbe content should be pretty high pretty quickly, I would think. It's not going to be like, the bedding that's in here, which has nothing on it. It needs to be broken down a little bit more really before they can even start getting microbes on it or anything. It should be ready to go. It'd be like putting almost compost that you've had sitting for a while into a worm bin. And that should be something that's good. I'm just trying to get out the last few straggler worms here. So there we go. All the worms are in here. Got a good variety of worms. Going to spread this all out, kind of make a nice layer of it. So essentially we've added a pound of worms. Now I'm going to open up my bag of leaf grow here. There we go. And just so you can see the back of the bag here, it says it's increased nutrition availability, important soil structure, break up clay soil, which in my area in Maryland, actually you guys can't really see that, but in my area of Maryland, it's really important to be able to do that. So this is pretty good stuff. I actually throw this on my yard every year, and I've realized it's really started to help the soil, because my soil is essentially 100% clay. Now, let me just show you how this stuff looks when you take it out of here. This stuff, I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit, has some sticks in it, and it's kind of a woody material, so it's going to be a little bit more woody than you'd normally see. But this is leaves and twigs, and it's very nutrient dense though. Now what I'm going to be doing in this, now the only thing is, I will say, I have found some different pieces and you have plastic in here. But I think that can happen with any compost operation. So I'm going to put on a bunch on the top here, and then this bin is not just going to get compost, it will get food. I'm going to let them kind of work their way through this, and I'm going to use this sort of as a bedding with food and everything too. So I'm going to break apart these big chunks, but I just want to see kind of how they do with this type of bedding. This isn't the bedding that I normally use. I mean, they have the cardboard in the bottom, but this is more of a woody material. As I said, I normally put this stuff straight into my yard because my yard is 100% clay essentially. I mean, look at this. This stick is kind of big to put in a bin. I'm going to put that back in here. But it's a very different material. I think it used to be broken down a little bit more, but this is we're going to see if they can work on this stuff. There's that same stick. And how they can break it down and see if this turns into a good rich compost as well, like you normally find. And add a little bit more here. Trying to break up some of these clumps. This will probably need some water. I'm not going to put any in right now, but it'll probably need some water, a little bit more. Now, the only thing I do have to worry about is this could get pressed down, but this looks good for now. And now, the rest of this, I'm not going to keep adding this to the bin. I'm going to just let this be how much is added, and I'm not going to add any more, but I will add some food and things like that just to see how it does. So, this is pretty level, and it looks like a piece of plastic or something. This is one of the problems with this. This is definitely a piece of plastic or something that's not going to break down in the bin. I'll put that in there for now. So, another one. So that's the only problem with this. You do get some pieces of plastic in here, but overall this stuff isn't too bad. It's not bad priced, but we're going to try this out and just see how this does. I probably will need to add some water later. These are, as you can tell, I mean, these are real sticks in here. Like, I mean, these right here, I can break them apart and everything, you know. You can hear it snap, and you can see it actually, hold on, let's see, you can see the wood on it. So, but so we're going to see how this does. I'm just really curious. I've never tried this before. I know some people have used compost in the past in their bins after it breaks down to a really good material, and then that's what they use to raise their worms, actually, is the compost, because they're trying to raise worms more so than get compost like I am. But I just want to see how this works. And we'll find out. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or comments, please let me know, and of course, please subscribe and like this video. Thank you. Bye.